Hey everybody. Hi guys. Welcome to Happy Hour. Thank you all so very much for tuning in. It's so good to see you all. I hope everyone's doing well. We're just gonna give it a few minutes and let people get in on the... I'm sorry I started the stream about a minute late. But I was so deep in my own mind and my own process and trying to get myself situated and getting ready for the live stream. I completely lost track of time. So we're gonna let people get in, but for those of you that are here already, welcome to Happy Hour. It's good to see you. Thank you so very much for tuning in. I hope this session finds you well. So I didn't do morning coffee today. Hey Sam. Oh Sam, I'm sorry I missed your call, but I was literally in the middle of getting ready for Happy Hour. But anyway, I did not do morning coffee today because of this 222 energy that hi Diana, I'm okay. I'm okay. But this 222 vibration, this 222 energy has really been throwing me for a loop, you guys, over this last few days. If you're over on Patreon, then you know what's going on, at least on my journey right now. Hi Katie. I do have spots open. We do have spots open. Welcome to Happy Hour, everybody. Happy Hump Day. Yay, Hump Day. This is another one of my Hump Day shirts that Stella sent me. Yes, it's a camel. Just a plain old camel. Hi, Adam. Hi, everybody. Hi, Angelica. Truth be told, intuitions. Hello. Hi, guys. Hey, Bobby. Beautiful awakened soul. Oh, see, now. Why are people... Of course, people want to start messaging me now. Of course, people want to start messaging me now, but that's okay. Anyway, hi everybody. Welcome to Happy Hour. So good to see you all. So hi Shauna. So I'm just kind of chatting, just rambling a little bit. Hi Mika, hi Barbsy. Hi everybody. It's so good to see you all. I hope you're doing well. Happy Wednesday. I'm gonna admit, you guys, it's been a bit of a day. It was weird. You had Happy Hour all set up to watch when it started, but when you came back to your phone, it had disappeared. You left YouTube, clicked back on, and there you were at the top of your feed. Oh, excellent. Well, I'm glad. And I'm very happy to see you, Deep Soul. So, yeah, it's been a rough few days, but yesterday and today have been the roughest. Was it last night that I had... No, it was 2 nights ago, right, that I had that breakdown. And I'm still in a bit of those energies. And what's really interesting is that today, I did notice that today is 7/7, so this is a portal. And we have the new moon coming in 2 days on the 9th. And it's going to be in Gemini in terms of sidereal astrology. In mainstream astrology, it's most likely in Cancer. And with this whole 7/7 Sirius portal thing, I looked into that a little bit, and this is apparently from the 5 minutes of Googling and research that I did on it. This is when some of your higher centers can be activated. What is Sirius, first of all? Sirius is our galactic sun. So whereas we have the sun of our solar system, we have a sun of our galaxy, and that is Sirius. And we're crossing. To be honest with you guys, I really don't know what the whole deal is with that. Turquoise Majesty, hey love, she suggested that I look into that I read into that for today for our collective session here for happy hour. And I looked a little bit into it, but I'm going through so much on my own here right now that like I couldn't really look to that too much. But we're definitely going to we're going to do a collective reading in terms of the new moon in Gemini here. But this is some heavy ass energy, you guys, okay? And what I've noticed about this whole 222 energy that we've been shifting through is that, at first I thought it just meant stay balanced and stay grounded, but in reality, for me at least, hi Noel, what this 222 energy, yes, Bobby, I did. No, I mean, I didn't watch any of her videos today, but I did watch some of her videos 2 days ago, remember? And I broke down because of it. But anyway, this 222 energy has been representing the need for healing, but healing that's coming with a heavy dose of forgiveness. Well, I'm not on her Patreon or anything, so unless she's put that up on her YouTube channel, I haven't seen it. If she's posted something today. But I will check it out after our session here. But this has been... Oh, and then one of the other things about the whole Sirius situation is that, some of your higher chakras, higher centers, could be activated, could be coming online, could be getting an upgrade. And I've definitely been experiencing that. I'm going through something right now with my throat chakra and my crown, my crown chakra, my third eye actually, and my crown chakra, but it's mainly my throat and my third eye. My ears have been ringing a lot over the last few weeks. I'm letting go of smoking again. Yes, I say again. But it's been over 24 hours since I've had a cigarette, so you guys are going to experience me coughing. And so one thing I've noticed about that, I've come to an understanding that me smoking cigarettes is one of my very first coping mechanisms. Hey, Yanira. One of my very first coping mechanisms when it came to the damage to my heart chakra. I thought it was just an element of, it ran in the family, this, that, and the third, but it's actually one of my first coping mechanisms. I remember being a very, very young kid, like being in elementary school, like second or third grade, thinking to myself, man, I really wish I could have a cigarette right now. Now, at that time, of course, I had some people around me. I had certain role models. This was back in like the late 80s, early 90s, where, smoking was still seen on TV and blah, blah, blah. So yeah, there was all that influence. But at the same time, it was one of the ways that I masked pain. I never really understood it that way until this recent cycle. Because this cycle for me, this heavy energy has been another round of personal purging when it comes to childhood, family issues, and that sort of thing, okay? And like I said in Morning Coffee 2 days ago, nothing new has happened between me and family or anything like that. It's not anything like that. It's just a deeper layer of this healing that I'm going through right now. And finally reaching a point, because of all the inner child work that I've been doing and that we've all been doing. And I'm telling you this because this is how I'm experiencing these energies right now. We're going to get into a collective card pull in a few minutes, but I just want to talk through this because in me talking through this, this is me explaining to you my understanding of how things, what this energy may mean and how this is playing out for me and how this is resonating for me so that you guys can get some framework. Again, we're going to get into a card pull, a collective card pull in a few moments. But definitely let me know if you have any questions coming up, if there are some certain things that you want to look into, whatnot, or whatever. Okay. So this time period over the last few days, this 222 energy, which is also connected to the 555 energy that I've been seeing a lot. I mentioned that also in Morning Coffee. Like I was seeing it so much that it was scaring me, especially with some other things that were happening in conjunction in my life. And so there's a big, big, massive change that's happening, and it's worldwide, it's collective. For me, it's gotten to the point where I'm finally able to handle my inner child and reparent my inner child the way that would really be beneficial. I'm so sorry. I know I'm looking off into space, but I'm following a mosquito that's flying around the apartment, and I'm waiting for the right time to strike. Anyway, I've recently reached a point, and you guys know, if you've been following me for long enough, you know that I have been talking about a lot of inner child work. Hi, Claudia. A lot of inner child work and a lot of personal self-parenting and reparenting energies for maybe about 2 years now, okay? But it's recently come to a point where for me at least, and maybe this is for the rest of the collective as well, but I kind of feel like we're getting to the point where, at least I've gotten to the point where I feel more sorrow, not for myself and what's going on or what's happened, but for my inner child. You know what I mean? For my inner child. And I can look at my inner child and say, I love you. I support you. Like I was driving around, I ran out to do a little bit of errands this morning. Hey everybody, welcome guys. Thank you for tuning in. But I went out and I did a few errands this morning, and on my way home, you know, the emotions got to me again and I started crying again, and I'm driving up the mountain coming back home, and I was saying things to myself like, I love this kid. I think this kid is so freaking cool. I would hang out with this kid. I love this kid. I support this kid. I respect this kid. But the difference for me was not that I was saying it about myself. I was saying it as the person that I am now, looking back on that kid that was back then. That weird, quirky, funny, humorous, excitable kid. And it's such a different perspective, you guys. It's such a different way of healing. When you change the perspective and not say how much or declare how much you love yourself, you respect yourself from the perspective of being in that space. It's, for me, the most powerful aspect of it was being who I am now, knowing what I know now, having gone through what I've gone through up until this point, and turning around and not cringing or trying to hide when I look at that little kid. No, instead turning around and say, Jit. And if you don't like him, if you don't respect him, if you think he's weird, if you think he's crazy, this, that, and the third, then I don't know what is wrong with you, because you are missing something. Because that kid is awesome. That kid right there is a fucking badass. That kid right there is fucking hilarious. So I don't know what your problem is. It's been such a different perspective, you guys. So that was really awesome. So that's what I've come to understand, this 222 energy. I kind of want to call it a 222 portal, but like whatever. We're moving through portals all the time. I don't give a flying fuck. All I know is right now, this energy is literally taking us to the next level. Oh, Charlotte. Barbie. So thank you guys for tuning in. Hello, it's so good to see you all. We're going to get into a collective message. So I was just talking about that energy right now. Oh, by the way, hi from Istanbul. Oh my goodness. Hello. Thank you for tuning in. So you guys, it's raining right now. We have a storm happening. You might hear some thunder. There have been some pretty strong cracks of thunder over the last hour or so. I don't mind it. I think it's fucking awesome, and it's kind of fitting, you know, for the energy that I'm at least moving through right now. The storm is welcome. You know, I love storms. It's nature's way of clearing energy. All right. So, I am so glad that you are here, Charlotte. I'm so glad that you are all here. Thank you all so very much for tuning in. Welcome to Happy Hour. I'm going to get into a bit of a collective message here. We're going to be looking at the new moon in Gemini. Okay, just get a collective message for us in terms of the new moon in Gemini, and yeah. Oh shoot, I was supposed to write things down, but you know what? Whatever. I'll do it later. I'll figure it out at some point. Let's just say about 15 minutes. Okay. Sorry, I'm thinking about timestamps. Okay, so let's talk about this. We have a new moon coming up. I believe that is Friday, July 9th. Yes, because today is the 7th. Today is Wednesday. Hi from Toronto. All right, guys. Anyway, so we have a new moon coming up in Gemini this Friday. I tried to look into the astrology of everything, but I just said, fuck it. I didn't want to focus on that. I just want to focus on channeling the energies and pulling through the messages that we need to hear for this new moon. Why do I want to say a strawberry moon, but it's not a strawberry moon, is it? Something, I keep getting strawberry and I keep getting pink. I don't know why. Anyway. And it might be an unconditionally loving energy. No, that was the last full moon. Okay. I don't know why. I'm getting some sort of pink color. Pink energy with this. It's feeling like unconditional love. I feel like a lot of healing is happening during this new moon cycle. You've been in a weird space, R? Yeah. So, and this makes perfect sense, you guys. I'm getting a very strong healing energy in this new moon. And it feels kind of perfect because with this being a new moon, this is, you know, when the moon, the power of the moon is at its lowest point in its cycle, right? But I feel like this is allowing us, this is giving us the energy to go within, because this is also when the moon is darkest. Yeah, if this is when the moon is darkest, and what I'm seeing is, for the collective here, this new moon is giving us the power to go within towards our deepest thoughts, our deepest emotions, or reach a deeper level of healing, cleansing, and clearing. Just like I was saying earlier, you know, this cycle of purging that I'm going through right now is not anything new. Is not anything that I haven't experienced before, or isn't involving or surrounding certain things or certain topics, certain events, certain life circumstances, and stuff like that I haven't been working on purging before. But at this point, it's from a deeper aspect or from a deeper point of view that I'm able to do this, that I'm able to get to right now. And that's what I feel like, because that's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing the new moon. I'm seeing that it's dark. Okay, it's just like almost like a black hole, but not that it's a black hole. It's just there's no light coming from it right now because it's at its darkest point. That's what a new moon is. And that to me is saying you are able to access deeper elements of your hidden reality, of your psyche, that need cleansing, that need clearing, that need healing, okay? And so that's also why I'm seeing this kind of pink color. And can somebody confirm for me? Somebody said that The strawberry moon was probably the last full moon or something. The void. Yeah, okay. Yeah, the void, that makes sense. I don't know why. Maybe if someone can clarify that. But anyway, let's see what's coming through here. So what messages do we have for the collective? Not taking that one. Okay. So what happened? What messages do we have for the collective in terms of this new moon in Gemini? What messages do we have for the collective? What's going on for the collective with this new moon in Gemini? Yeah! Look at this. Super moon energy. Emotions are high. You think? That's funny. Our emotions are running high. Now, this did come out in reverse, which to me is saying that it was in reverse in the deck. And so I feel like some of us are kind of, well, not that, okay. The possibility, the potential for us to lose control of our emotions is pretty high at this point. But that's because we're accessing a deeper level of our psyche. People are blowing me up right now. Okay, Bobby, thank you. The last full moon was the strawberry full moon. Okay, so what it is we are facing right now, what it is we're healing right now, what I'm getting is the deeper aspects of what we're healing right now, you guys, are very heavily connected, directly connected to what was kicked off during the last full moon. Boop. Okay. And so as a result of this, emotions are high right now. But emotions are high, you guys, because we're at a deeper level. We're at a deeper aspect. We're facing things. For some of us, we're facing things that we've never faced before. We've never come face to face before so that we can heal them now. For others of us, like myself, we're facing deeper, more hidden, more rooted aspects, deeper aspects of the same topics, of the same circumstances that need a deeper sense of healing. That's why emotions are so high right now, and that's why that came out in reverse, and that's why Spirit is warning us, is saying, keep a very close eye on your emotions, on how you are feeling. If you need to take a second to tap out when normally you would have been able to power through, then take that second to tap out. Don't force yourself to power through. Don't force yourself to push through. Feel your emotions. Go through it. Thank you so much, Barbie, for that beautiful donation. Excellent. Thank you so much, Barbie, because hearing you talk has kept me sane in some heavy transformational moments. We are not alone, and it's so good to know we're moving together. Thank you so much, Barbie. Thank you so much for being a part of this collective. Okay, new moon in Libra has just come out now. See, a new romantic cycle begins. This absolutely could. Divinely Covered Empress, did you pull this card? Was it you that pulled this card recently and said that you didn't? Yes, it was one of the readings that you sent me. It was that reading that you sent me that was so similar to Morning Coffee a few days ago. Yes, it's the same thing. For some of us, yes, this could be a new romantic partnership externally that happens for you, but quite frankly, all around, if that is the case, that's just a byproduct of this new romantic cycle that is happening for ourselves. I'm going to be coughing, you guys, because I haven't smoked a cigarette in over 24 hours. But your hard work is paying off. It has also come out here. And to be honest with you, I really feel like we're starting to see examples of that. Now, and this is something that I wanted to say, but I kept losing track. So with this Sirius energy, right, with that our galactic sun, some of your higher centers are coming online. And I've been noticing that I've been getting a lot of ringing in my ears. When my third eye is going through something, some sort of experience, there are moments where I get this weird sensation in my head where it's like somebody's knocking on my head, trying to get in. Like somebody's knocking at a door, and that door frame is connected to my skull, and I get this weird like whoosh energy, like feeling in my head. And I've also coincidentally, although I don't believe in coincidences, I ran out of nicotine, rolling tobacco, 2 days ago. No, yesterday. No, 2 days ago. But I still had one rolled that blah, blah, blah. And I finished all of that yesterday afternoon. And I just haven't bought any more. And it just feels like a natural time to do it. And that's this serious energy coming in, helping me go through this upgrade process, right? That also involves all of this deeper healing as to what, and which is a direct result as, or a direct reason as to why emotions are so damn high. Okay? But your hard work is paying off, and you guys, I really feel like in some backhanded ways, we're starting to notice that. And for me, one of those ways is the fact that I have come to realize or come to understand how me smoking cigarettes or smoking nicotine, smoking tobacco, me smoking tobacco has been a heart chakra coping mechanism. And in the over 24 hours now, in the over 24 hours, I want to say maybe around 36, not even, maybe 30 hours that I haven't smoked any nicotine, I've started to realize just how much of that pain I was masking when I was smoking nicotine. And the reason why I noticed it this time was because I was noticing when I was getting triggered, because I would feel something, I would experience something, I would think about something, and all of a sudden I wanted a cigarette. When 5 seconds before I was fine. And that was always one of my biggest challenges when it came to smoking cigarettes, because it was never really about the nicotine. It wasn't a chemical codependency. It was an energetic codependency. And you know what's so funny? I've also been noticing, because R just said, wow, same here, but it's weed, 24 hours. Listen, I've also noticed how instead of smoking cigarettes or instead of smoking nicotine, I'll try and switch it with weed. And even that wouldn't work. Even I had to stop that too, because it's like, no, it's 7 a.m. I don't want to smoke weed right now, because I know how I'm going to feel 2 hours later, and I'm not trying to feel that at 9 in the fucking morning. Like, no, I'm not, no. So our hard work is paying off, you guys. And I really feel like we're starting to notice it in some backhanded ass ways. For me, it was about the pain in my heart chakra. I didn't know how to cope with it. I didn't know how to handle it as a kid. Sam, you sent me pictures, but anyway. Sorry. I didn't know how to handle it as a kid. And so my soul, or my body, and my soul, I guess, my body pulled up the programming, the memory of what I used to do in past lives, past circumstances, to mask the pain in my heart. I would smoke. And many people in my family did that. And I feel like many people that smoke so heavily have massive heart chakra issues. And I mean, like, some of the heaviest smokers have some of the worst heart chakra problems. And that's speaking from my own experience. So, this is a really interesting energy. I want to see, is there anything else from this deck? Any other messages for the collective for this full moon, this new moon in Gemini? Okay, I want to get one more card. Just one more card, please. Just one more card. Just one more card, please, for this new moon in Gemini for the collective. Last message. Last message, please, Spirit, for this new moon in Gemini for the collective. Here it is. Excellent. Now, Final, at the bottom of the deck, you do have your commitment is being tested, but this feels directly connected to the last time this this energy came out. And that was during, that was either during the new moon or the last full moon. I don't remember. But it was in the very beginning of when we were starting to implement these big new changes in our lives. Starting with that last full moon back in May. That was in Scorpio, okay? Our commitment is still being tested, but at this point, this is a prolonged engagement. This is prolonged engagement. This is not one of those tests where, you deal with it. It's like a quick pressure test. You deal with it for a galactic 5 minutes and then you're done. No. We're being tested in terms of the long haul. And this is not the type of test to see whether you're worthy or not. You are already worthy. That's already known. But we're calling this a test. It's a test of endurance because ultimately this is like a last stretch. And it's what this is feeling like here, what this message is feeling like, guys, is, you've been fighting for something for a long time, or you've been traveling somewhere for a long time, an extended period of time. And it always feels like the last bit of it is the longest because you're almost there. That's what this is feeling like. Underneath this card, you do have surrender to the divine. And that's been a massive collective message for the longest time. And that's also connected to this energy of your commitment is tested because you're needing to surrender to the divine. You're really needing to trust here. Okay? You're really needing to trust here. Because this is a long-term type of energy. But with that said, one of your closing message here is you are very close to achieving your goal. This is like the last stretch. I keep hearing a last ditch effort. So there could be some energies surrounding us right now that are putting out that last ditch effort to really fuck us up or to really get us to fall back into the old pattern, the old way, this, that, and the third. And that's another part of this situation that's helping us feel like this is like an extended period of torment or torture. But it's really not. Because we're almost there, you guys. But one of the big things, and one of the big messages when it comes to surrendering to the divine right now is this card, Full Moon in Leo. Don't let your pride get in the way. Okay? Don't let your pride get in the way, you guys. We have to surrender. We have to surrender now. I keep hearing this is a last-ditch effort. Do not stand there in a stubborn energy. I don't know why, but what I'm getting for this card in terms of not letting your pride or your ego get in the way is standing there thinking that you absolutely have to do all of this alone, or that the universe isn't shouldering some of the burden with you or something like that. You are not creating this alone. We are co-creating with the universe. So if the universe slaps you on the wrist and says, bitch, I need you to sit down for like a hot second, please, and like let me handle this, I got this, then baby, you better sit your ass down and shut your damn mouth. And I mean that in the most loving and respectful way possible. Okay? So for me, I had to surrender. I had to let go. I had to at least allow myself to stop smoking for at least 24 hours. Or at least not go out and buy more. Just finish what I have and don't buy more. And of course that tape was playing in my head of, oh, it's fine. The divine loves me anyway. I can still do this. I'm a master manifester. If I don't really want to stop smoking, I really don't have to. Telling myself that same old damn story, right? And I had an ashtray with a little bit, like a little roach of a cigarette left that I was planning on taking one of my last puffs on because I knew it was the last time I was going to have any an extended period of time, we'll say at this point, right? Because I was planning on not going and buying more. And what the fuck happened? I spilled an entire glass of water damn near all over my fucking computer, and it got in the ashtray and ruined the last little bits of nicotine I had left. The universe said to me, no you don't. Sit your ass down, Eric. I need you to chill for 5 seconds. And no, we're not mad at you. You haven't done anything wrong, Eric, but you need to stop masking this pain. You've got to clear out this energy. Exactly, same here. I am 33 years old. I have been smoking for more than half of my life. I have been smoking for 20 years. 20 years, and I'm only 33. No, shit, I'm sorry, 34. I just turned 34 this year. Fuck. I'm 34 years old, so I've been smoking for almost 21 years, I guess. I started around when I was 13. All right, kids, let's get some tarot here, shall we? And look, I'm not trying to doubt myself or anything, or I'm just being real. I'm not making any promises, because Lord knows, with my sensitive ass, I'll get triggered again, and all of a sudden, I'm right back to smoking. But you know what? It's part of the healing process. Even if I start smoking again, it doesn't matter, because something has gotten triggered that needs to be faced. And one of those ways that I know that something is triggered is when I'm like, get me, I need a fucking cigarette right now. We're gonna get some tarot here. Let's talk about, I want to talk about your emotions are running high, okay? I also want to turn a fan on. Hold on a second. Damn it, I missed. I found a mosquito and then I missed it. Oh well. Anyway, let's get into some tarot here. Yes, kids? Yes, that sounds like an excellent idea. Woo! All right, I want to talk about this. Emotions are running high. What do you want to say? Clarity on this for us, please. Spirit. Emotions are running high. We'll start with this one. Okay. 7 of Cups. Page of Cups. Yep, there's your inner child right there. 7 of Cups, Page of Cups, Page of Wands. Yeah, this is inner child shit. Okay? Page of Cups, Page of Wands. This is your inner child. This is a new emotional reality. This is a fresh start, is what I'm hearing. Facing certain emotions again, but facing them from the point of view of your inner child, or healing them, re-identifying, okay? I want to pull, I'm being guided to pull from the Dark Mirror deck in terms of this emotional energy that's running high. Because this definitely has some shadow elements to it. So before I go any further, I want to clear this deck a little bit, and then I want to pull from it, and then I'm going to pull more tarot on top of that, I believe. But I just feel like the next thing that I got to do in terms of this channeling is pull from this deck. If I can just get my sage to light. Hold on a second, guys. Bear with me here. Bear with me. Woo! Okay. All right. Oh. I don't want to do that. Okay. All right. I'm just gonna give it one shuffle. I just want to get this. Spirit's like, will you just get the message out there? Okay, sorry. What What is this? What is this shadow aspect? Emotions are running high. What are you facing in your shadow energy? Because remember, you guys, this moon, this new moon. Okay, see, wait a second, you guys. You remember how? Yeah, this is a good deck for shadow work. I really like this deck for shadow work. So you remember how we were talking? This topic of union has been coming through for the collective, right? And we have this new romantic cycle begins. Okay, and that's talking about the union with self. Well, technically, in sidereal astrology, this new moon is happening where? In Gemini, the sign of the twins, the masculine and the feminine. And in order for this union to come online, you're gonna have to face some deep shit because there's some shit that needs to be cleared up. So what is it that we're facing for the collective? What messages do we have for the collective? Shadow messages in terms of why the emotions are running so high right now. What are we facing? What messages do we have for the collective in terms of this shadow? In terms of this darkness, this void? Wow. The temple of my body is at the bottom of the deck. What this card says to me, and I did read through this book, but it was a while ago. I'm really just going to go off of my intuition here, but the temple of my body is speaking about you. And how your body has been used in this lifetime. How we give ourselves away, or how parts of us are stolen by others when we're kids, say when we're at our most, not just when we're kids, but when we're at our most vulnerable points in life. And how they've been misused. How they're given away to other people, or how they're taken by other people for their own uses. How some of us grow up in the shadow of our parents who want us or expect us to be a certain way, but that's not who we truly are. And people end up living their lives to fulfill their parents' desires or their families' desires, their families or their parents' missed opportunities or failed opportunities, instead of living their own. The truth of who they are. The temple of my body. Underneath that, you have asking the question of, is this me? Is this me? And then you have downcast pride and artificial heart. Spirit is telling me I'm going too far beneath the deck, but downcast pride. And that to me is saying where you have pride, but where does this pride stem from? Because at the same time, you're asking yourself, is this truly who I am? Is this me? And thus we have what has come out on the table. Bride in a cage. Anger and chains. And sacrifice. Now, sacrifice is saying two different things for the collective here. Sacrifice is first of all talking about the sacrifice of our bodies. The sacrifice of ourselves. The sacrifice that was chosen to be taken by others for the preservation of their dreams, their goals, their desires, their wants, their wishes. They sacrificed our youth, they sacrificed our individuality, they sacrificed our very souls. They sold us out for them in some cases. which effectively put us in a cage. You know what's funny? I want to read this card from the book, Bride in a Cage. But I'm getting very much like Free Britney energy from this. I literally see this card and I think of the Free Britney movement. And shit, you guys. This is a total tangent, but the experience that Britney Spears is living on the world stage right now is so parallel to the generation that she represents and how many of us feel. That would be us being the millennials and Gen Z. But us damn millennials. We were sold a pipe dream. We were put in cages. And what cages were those? The cages of the establishment. Being told that we had to fit in this box or we had to play the game this way. If we just did what they said, we would be just as successful as them. The whole time, while they were telling us that, turning around and changing things, writing policies, writing laws that only benefited them or those who were already in power more. And here we are in these cages, unable to move. Free Britney. We will not be your puppets any longer. And then we have anger in chains because we know we're chained. And one of the things that I dealt with the most as a kid was fucking anger. Why? Because there was literally nothing I could do about it other than play the game, other than be the exact toxic, narcissistic bullshit energy that was promoted, that I hated, that kills your very soul. There was nothing I could do but suffer or play the game. Free Britney. But then we come back to sacrifice. Because now the sacrifice is this false identity. But in order to go through this sacrifice, you need to surrender to spirit. You have to surrender. Because spirit knows you want this, and spirit and the universe knows you deserve it. But you have to allow us to facilitate it for you. Because baby, you've been doing enough work already. There is no reason why you should have to shoulder this burden alone. So this is why. Hey Shamar, this is why emotions are running so high right now. And this is why you have the Page of Cups with the Seven of Cups. This is what you're healing. This is what you're identifying within your inner child, for your inner child, with your inner child. And we are getting ready to make yet another sacrifice. But I told you, I want to pull from this deck and then I want to pull more tarot. And this is why I want to pull more tarot, because I want to talk about this sacrifice. So what are we sacrificing here? What is this next phase of the sacrifice? Okay, so part of the message here is needing to surrender. What is part of this sacrifice? One of the first things my eyes were brought to is this card here of not allowing your pride to get in the way. Okay? Because we have to surrender to the universe. Whatever the divine is pushing you to do. Yes, Eric. That's for you too. Whatever the divine is pushing you to do, you must surrender to it. Because this is the way you're going to get yourself free. Fuck yes. You have to let go. Because there has been deception in your life. And the universe is trying to bring justice. Okay? You have been praying for justice. You have been calling for justice. You have been doing the work to bring that justice into your life. And now we're saying to you, please surrender. Because we have heard your call. Ace of Wands. You have been manifesting this. But you have to let go. Four of Pentacles. And that's how we're going to bring the justice into your life in terms of the deception. Holy shit, y'all. That's true, B. Brown. We all were sold a dream. We've all been sold a dream for generations. However, once the millennials came around, that's when that dream was no longer able to, that's when the dream started to die. That's when the bubble first started to deflate. Excuse me. Okay, that's what I have for that collective message. I'm going to leave that there because that was fucking intense as hell. Wow. Wow. That was intense. So there you go. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope that was helpful for you. Thank you so much for being here. We're going to move on to part 2 now, which will be personal readings. Now, I know there's a few of you that have gotten on the list so far. I had one person before we started, but then I heard a number come through while I was channeling for that collective message. So let me clear this up here, and then we're going to get into Universal Passage. I do have yours. Actually, I did get yours right before I started the live stream. So I had, so Universal Passage, I've got you. And then there was another one, I believe, Jessica. I have you as well. You are so welcome, guys. Thank you so much for being here. If you've enjoyed this session so far, please make sure to smash that like button if you haven't done so already, yeah? Okay. So, oh shoot. Okay, we have 4. We have 4 people on the list so far. If anyone else would like to get in on the session, just check the description box. The information is in the description box below, yeah? So we're going to be starting with Jessica, if she's here. Other than that, after that, we've got Universal Passage. Then we've got Sharon. Then we've got Marcus. Truth be told, intuitions. Okay. Okay, excellent. Excellent. Just give me a few more moments here. I just need to, I need to, 555, y'all. Ooh, also, I want to get a glass of wine. I think it's time for libations. What do you guys think? I mean, my work isn't done yet. I still have I'm still going to be doing some personal readings for you guys, but I think I would like a glass of wine at this point. What do you guys think? I also think I'm going to use a different deck. Golden Universal Tarot. No, Golden Art Nouveau. Okay. All right. Give me just a few more moments, guys. I am almost done. I am almost done. 555 and 55% battery. I love it. I love it. All right, I'm done. I've had enough. I'm done. Okay, I'm gonna go get this glass of wine, and then we're gonna get started on these readings. Yeah, I'll be right back, guys. Woo! Alrighty, y'all. Cheers. Oh, man. Okay. So, truth be told, intuitions, you are first. Then we get into universal passage, then Sharon, and then Marcus. Yes, yes. Okay. All righty. You are so welcome, first of all, truth be told. Second of all, let's get into that. Let's see. Current block. What's your current block and what's next on your journey? So I would say, in terms of whatever your current block is, what's next on your journey is facing this block, yeah? But so let's talk about that. 5 shuffles. 1. This is 2. This is 3. What is your current block, truth be told, and what is it that you need to do about it? This is 4. Let's try that again. 4. I'm not sure, Charisma. I might have. I'm not sure, but I'll check in a moment. Oh, yes, I did get yours. I did get yours, Charisma Canvas. Okay. Truth be told, this is your last shuffle. Yeah, this is 5. So what's your current block? And what is it that you need to do about it? Okay, let's cut the deck here. Boop. All right. Overall energy for you, truth be told. 7 of Swords. Deception, lies, cheating, backstabbing. What are you trying to get away with? What I'm feeling for this energy, truth be told, is that there's something, this feels very, very similar to me about how the fact that I couldn't escape putting cigarettes down at least for a hot second, an extended period of time or whatever. Whether I put them down forever, never say never. Okay, anything could happen. But at least I knew at this moment, I knew Spirit was saying to me, Eric, we need you to stop doing this for a second, for a while. That's what I'm feeling with the 7 of Swords. Okay, the vape. Yeah, okay. Underneath the 7 of Swords is the 6 of Swords. You're trying to move forward, but there is healing that you need to face first. Okay. Yeah. You trade one vice for another. Yeah, we can't do that. Whatever vice is at the forefront of your mind right now, that vice is directly connected to whatever it is you're trying to release or heal. We can't trade one for another. We have to stick with it. And truth be told, you're in direct alignment with this movement forward. Queen of Wands. 6 of Swords, okay? And then the Queen of Swords is underneath the Queen of Wands, babe. There's no way around this. There's no ifs, ands, or buts around this right now. That's what your current blockage is. That is where we need to surrender. That's an example of where surrender is needed. Yeah. Yeah. This is beautiful. Jess, this is beautiful. At the bottom of your deck, at the root of your situation, you have union. 2 of Cups. You are in the process of coming to a deeper state of union with yourself. And that takes a certain level of purity. And what Spirit is saying to me right now, or what they're showing it to me, how they're showing it to me, at least what they're saying at this moment is that there's a certain level of energetic purity that needs to happen for this fusion to come together. But once this cycle of the process, or this element of the process is completed, You don't have to worry about it breaking back apart. We just need you to get through this time period right now so that this fusion can happen on a physical level. I hope this is making sense. Okay? In your storyline, Jess, you have the Hanged Man, the Eight of Cups, and the Nine of Pentacles, boo. This is excellent energy. But you're ready to leave something behind. You're ready to start over is what I'm hearing. You're ready to step into this new reality. You're ready to leave the past behind because you have the Six of Swords, the Queen of Wands, the Queen of Swords, and then underneath the Queen of Swords is the Six of Cups to death. To the world, Jess. Are you kidding me? Yes. Fucking yes. All right? You've got to get through this process. Just let go of this. And look, I don't say this to you easily. I don't say this to you as some, because like people have said that to me in the past. There's one particular person that I kind of have been griping with in my head because he pointed that out to me. And I knew there were certain things that I absolutely had to let go of that was completely necessary for me to make this transition, but I've been resisting all along. And I hate it when people tell me to do things that I know I should be doing that I absolutely do not want to do. So I'm not trying I don't say any of that lightly, okay, Jess? I don't say any of it lightly. At least let go of it for this time period. But also, I'm feeling underneath that that's kind of a trick too. Because they're also saying, because after a certain amount of time, it won't affect you so much anymore. Yeah, so, okay, all right. Okay, Spirit. I mean, I'm just the messenger here. But this is really beautiful energy for you. Now, at the same time, Jess, this Seven of Swords also represents that which you are moving away from. Okay? This Seven of Swords is in the forefront of your mind, is in your mental focus right now. So that's what you're consciously taking steps away from. You are moving away from. You are moving from the rough waters of this Seven of Swords energy to the calmer waters of something new. And that all has to do with this sense of inner union that's happening with it, okay? This union that's coming online, that's materializing that's manifesting in the physical world. That's why it's represented by the Two of Cups and not the Lovers, because this is on a 3D level. Hi, Jinxie. Okay. What's the matter? That's what I got for you. I hope that was helpful. Cheers to you. Woo! Okay. You're welcome. Hey, Michelle! All right, next we've got Universal Passage. And then we've got, Then we've got someone else, and then we've got Charisma. All right. A love check-in for you. Yes, we can absolutely do that. All right, Universal Passage. Love check-in. First of all, I feel like I have your reading right here, right now. It literally just fell out of the deck. So I'm going to take it. Because they're actually saying to me, yeah, take this one, Eric. But what I feel is happening for you right now is you're single. And you're happily single, but you're still open to a relationship. But you're in a place right now where you're really good, you're really solid within yourself. You know what it is, you have a great idea of what it is that you want in life. And you also have a strong understanding in terms of how love fits into your life, in terms of the alignment that you've come to within yourself. And that's put you in a very powerful place when it comes to love, when it comes to finding the ideal partnership. okay? But it also kind of puts you at a little bit of a disadvantage because it makes you very intimidating to the average person or to the muggle, if that makes sense. Okay. I want to show you what's come out here. You have... Let's do it this way. Let's start from the back and we'll move our way up. You have the King of Wands. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Well, first of all, I was going to say you have the King of Wands to the Queen of Wands. But then I moved the Queen of Wands because the Queen of Wands was on top of the King of Wands. And I realized that there was another card sandwiched in between the King and the Queen of Wands. It's the Two of Swords. King of Wands, Two of Swords, Queen of Wands. This is a big old, I am self-confident and I don't give a flying fuck what you have to say sandwich. Ho-ho! And it's reflected at the end of the list that we have here. So you have the King of Wands, the Two of Swords, the Queen of Wands, the Six of Swords, the Eight of Cups, the Hanged Man, and the Nine of fucking Pentacles. Thank you so much for that donation, Michelle. I love you so much. But you better go on with your bad, independent ass self, Universal Passage. That's what I have to say about it. With the Eight of Wands at the bottom of the deck, your pathway is clear, open, wide open. But I am getting a fairly intimidating energy from you. But that's only the average person, again, the muggle, that would look at you and just feel all of this self-confidence radiating off of you and not know what to do with it, not know how to handle it. Okay? Anything else we want to say to Universal Passage in terms of this love check-in? I feel like the Four of Pentacles just flashed. Something turned over and then flipped right back over. It looked like the Four of Pentacles, which did kind of show itself in a few moments ago. I didn't mention it though, but you've released a lot. You've done a hell of a lot of releasing. And I didn't mention the Four of Pentacles because that was already written in the Six of Swords and the Eight of Cups, right? One final card here is the Two of Cups. Inner union. Stay in your current energy is all I want to say. Because this is happening for you. And this union absolutely does translate into a romantic partnership, a romantic relationship in the future. You just got to stay in this energy long enough to get yourself there. Literally direct channel what I just heard, okay? Cheers to you, boo. What's underneath? Okay. Yeah, you have the Two of Cups here at the bottom of the deck. Now you have the Two of Wands. But that Two of Wands is just saying exactly what I just said. You have to choose to stay in alignment and get yourself fully there, okay? Don't fall back on the past, which I highly doubt, highly unlikely to do, but like whatever. Hi, Delilah. So my friend Erin, her daughter is here visiting, and she's watching the stream. Everybody say hi, Delilah. She's asking if I can come to Lucky's tonight for Wing Wednesday. I wasn't planning on it. I took out some sauce that I was going to heat up. But I don't know. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. But hi, Delilah. All right. Next, we have Sharon, and then we have Charisma. Yeah? Oh, Catty. Katie cat. Catty cat. There it is. Catty cat. Okay. Catty cat to cat. Okay. Kate, Caddy. All right, I'm sorry. I'm trying to read your question. Okay, so Caddy. First message I have for you in terms of your question here, which basically boils down to how do you open yourself up to be able to express yourself outwardly? Well, first of all, you have to change your mindset. First card that's come out for you here is the Seven of Pentacles, with the Nine of Swords as the overall energy. What I feel like the message here for you is right now is you have the Nine of Swords, you have the Six of Pentacles, you have the Three of Pentacles, you have the Knight of Cups, and then you have the Ace of Swords and Death at the bottom. And holy shit, this is your whole reading right here. What I feel like, Caddy, I'm sorry, I'm butchering your name. But what I feel like here is you are looking for external validation. This is the same thing I've been going through. I grew up an artist. I wanted to be a performer. But I realized that my desire to perform came from my need for, my request for approval. I mean, yes, I love the arts. I love to sing. I love to dance. I'm really good at both of them. I love to perform. But anytime I got up to actually perform, I choked. Because that type of performance, what I was seeking in that performance was not what I truly wanted, desired, or needed. Nine of Swords, Six of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles. What if they don't like it? Right. What if they don't like me? What if they don't accept me? What if I don't receive anything in return for my artistic, creative expression? You have to stop approaching it from that point of view. And what you need to do instead is just focus on what your heart is calling you to express. Because otherwise, you're censoring yourself. Yeah, I know you're saying you're feeling stifled. I understand that. But you are the one that is choosing to stifle yourself instead of choosing, or censor yourself, instead of choosing to follow through with what your heart is asking you to express, regardless as to what it actually is. Because otherwise, when you don't do it that way, you're keeping the process going. You're doing it the same way over and over and over again, expecting a different result. And then freaking out about it because you're not getting the result that you desire. Because you're not getting the reciprocity that you feel should come to you in some certain way. I always felt like my recognition was supposed to come from me being a singer and a dancer. That turned out to not be the case. I thought my recognition was going to come from me being a recording artist and a songwriter and a music producer and a record label owner and a multi-platinum selling singer and all that bullshit. Come to find out, that's not where it was supposed to come from at all. Why? I'm not a good songwriter. I'm not a catchy songwriter. One of the things that I noticed when I was writing songs was that my lyrics were so detailed that it was literally like I was taking a speech and trying to put it to music. But then I got into card reading. And now I've found that the way I express myself, how meticulously detailed my stories are, the way the eloquence of the I keep hearing eloquent, okay, but the way that I speak, the way that I'm able to communicate in this way, this is my avenue. I had to stop fighting that. I had to just allow myself to go where my heart was calling me to go. Knight of Cups. At the bottom of the deck, the Ace of Swords, to Death, to Ten of Pentacles, to the Four of Wands, to the Queen of Swords, to the World, to the Three of Wands, to fucking Justice. But that all starts with this this Knight of Cups and Ace of Swords. Okay? You've got to follow the truth. Not what's catchy, not what's savvy, not what's trendy. No. No. The truth. What is it you are being guided or called to express? I hope this makes sense. Cheers to you. That's going to take time. That is going to take time, catty cat. Think about it this way. I'm still 3 years into having this channel. I'm still fine-tuning exactly how I connect with the collective. Not the way others connect to the collective that seem to be working for them or for others. And definitely not by selling out and being just a straight up love channel that does nothing but enables people to stay in toxic situations or to think in toxic ways, to focus on love instead of focusing on their own personal healing and independence, because you are never going to get the love that you actually truly want and desire without doing that love, that healing, independent healing work on yourself first. Because most likely, I can guarantee you, the love you think you want now is not the actual type of love that you even deserve or even should have or are even going to want once you start to do this healing work. I'm still trying to figure out, still fine-tuning how I connect to the collective. I found my medium. Now I'm fine-tuning how to do it from my point of view. How I connect. What I have to bring to the table. It's going to take you time. And you're going to have to start doing it first. Because you're going to have to be expressing yourself first and experiencing how that actually resonates and what works and what doesn't before you will really be able to get it. So don't do it the way others do it. You weren't meant to do it the way others do it. Don't be so hard on yourself. Just start expressing. Do it. Work with it. However you feel, however you know to do it in this moment, start that. Do that. Practice that. Continue to practice that. And that ultimately will, as you go further down the road, that will unfold into the truth of your purpose, or more of the truth of your purpose. Okay? I hope this makes sense. But that's what I have for you. Charisma, you are next, and then I've got Reiki on my mind, which I believe is Barbie, right? I get that, catty cat. Hi, Timothy. I get that, catty cat. But as I've been working with more of the dark side of being a light worker, now going through that kind of personal preservation type energy, a lot of what I've been struggling with has been that standard or the burden that people carry when we start getting into this healing energy, and then people start making demands on us. You know what I mean? I get that. But you have to work through it. It's like a rite of passage. I'm going to be honest with you. It's like a rite of passage. You have to carve out your own niche. You've got to carve out your own standing here. Okay? But ain't nothing to it but to do it. You just have to get started. Yeah, you're not supposed to fit in, catty cat. You're not supposed to fit in. Okay, we're going to move forward. Next is Charisma. Charisma, are you still here? And then I have Barbie. I haven't seen Charisma in a hot second. There's the Two of Cups again. Union, guys. Union is coming. You're welcome. You are so incredibly welcome. I'm going to need people to stop texting me when they know that I'm live. Okay. I don't see Charisma. I don't know where he has gone to. So we're going to go with Barbie next. Barbie, I just ran out of your Reiki lip balm. I went to go use it this morning or yesterday or something, and like it's literally all the way down to the last bits. Okay. So, Barbie, you are next. By the way, Barbie makes all this beautiful Reiki-infused body care situation. So this is her lip balm, which I freaking love. And then she makes a body butter, moisturizer, I mean like a spray for like an aromatic spray. All of it is infused with Reiki energy. It's gorgeous. So amazing. Okay. Interesting. Okay, Barbie. Barbie, you're here, yes? Where is everybody? Why has the chat gone like silent all of a sudden? Hi, Ree. Welcome back. Yeah, there must be lag going on. Okay. Hi, Yanira. Cool. All right, awesome. No, Ree, you didn't, I don't know. How long have you been gone? You're nomming food. Ooh, delicious, Michelle. Okay. I'm sorry, guys. You don't have to comment if you don't want to. Oh, there's, okay. Charisma. All right. Okay, guys, there is a significant lag. There is significant lag. Hold on. I need everybody. I need Barbie. I just need people to refresh their video. Like, close out the window, close out YouTube, and come back to the video refreshed. Because just to make sure that there's as minimal lag as possible. Okay? And then we've got Charisma and we've got Barbie, Reiki on my mind. Love you so much, Catty Cat. Oh shoot. All right. Excellent. Oh wait, no, I didn't want to do it. Oh, actually, I do want to do it from here. Yes, I know. Okay. I just want to make sure we're good here. Hey, D-Lo, how are you? It's good to see you. Allie, what is up, Archangel? It's so good to see you. Haven't seen you in a long time. How have I been? How am I? Things have been rough. It's been a rough few days, but it's definitely been a healing few days. Definitely, definitely recommend checking out the. Oh, there you go, Charisma. Okay, you're up to date with us. Check. You're definitely gonna watch the collective reading. It'll be up later with timestamps, so don't worry about that. Yeah. Okay, refreshed. Are we refreshed? Are we ready to go? So we've got charisma and then we've got Reiki on my mind, yeah? I can see your message, Barbie. You need to know. Okay, so charisma. Uh we're gonna look at getting you some advice for this patent situation. Yes, charisma. Yes, yes. Okay. You give this 5 shuffles. What advice does Spirit want you to go in? Or what direction? What advice does Spirit have for you in terms of what direction to go in with this? Okay, that's 2. This is 3. What advice do you have for the direction to move in? This is 4. And this is 5. So, charisma. There is a very wise energy that I just connected to. Excuse me. And what I'm hearing and feeling is that it's your higher self. There is something about this situation that has deeper or hidden elements, or not necessarily that it's hidden. It's just deeper. There are deeper elements to this situation and to this process and to what you're being called to do, whatnot, whatever, that then you realize. It's like you are either You are a very old soul, my friend. I'm gonna cut the deck. Boop. All right. Overall energy. What direction are you? What? Three of Swords. First question I want to ask you is: are you selling out? Why are you selling this patent? That's the first thing I want to ask you. Why are you selling this patent? What I'm hearing, is that you're giving in or you're giving up too soon. I'm sorry for the lag, for the silence, but I wanted to wait and see if maybe you would say something before I proceed, before I move forward. But let me tell you what I'm picking up on here. You have the Three of Swords as your crowning energy. What Spirit is asking are crazy requests, huh? Are they really crazy requests, or are they requests coming from a higher perspective in which you may not, from an egoic or three-dimensional point of view, you may not understand at this moment or right now? Okay, I'm going to tell you what I'm seeing here. What I have, the cards that I have on the table. You start with the Three of Swords. Underneath the Three of Swords is the Page of Pentacles. And what the Page of Pentacles Okay. Okay. All right. So what the Page of Pentacles is representing for your situation, I'm just going to say this and you tell me how it resonates, I guess. But the Page of Pentacles is representing some short-term monetary gain. Because what you're not really looking at is the potential long-term future. Two of Swords to the Knight of Wands to the Star. To the Ten of Swords. Whatever this is for you here, if you follow through with it, if you listen to your heart, if you listen to your soul, if you listen to your higher guidance, it's going to be leading you in the right direction. Both are very loud. Okay. You're hearing about two different paths. Both are very loud. All right. Okay. You have the Page of... At the root of your situation, you have Temperance. In your storyline, you have the Page of Swords, you have the Tower, and you have the Ace of Wands. Somehow, some way, I feel like not moving in the direction that you're being called towards is going to lead into some sort of disaster that ultimately is going to circle you back around to get you doing this anyway. Whatever this Ace of Wands energy is. Whatever you're inspired to move forward with. And when the tower came out, I don't often see the tower this way, but when the tower came out this time, it was disaster, destruction, being stopped in your tracks, everything being crumbling down, being destroyed. Like literally, this is what this is one of those moments where the universe comes in and creates the tower moment for you and rips something away. Because you're supposed to be following through with this, and there's a petulant energy that's coming through with the Page of Swords here, constantly questioning. When I'm getting this higher, grander, old soul resonance from your energy anyway, which to me would be saying that if there's something radical you're being called to do, it's coming from a higher perspective, which is an aspect of the situation that you can't see clearly. One is partnership, the other is give full ownership. I definitely feel I cannot ignore them both telling me about this since at least May, and it's getting so close. I don't like the idea of giving. I don't like the idea of selling. I don't. I personally feel like you need to hold on to the full rights to this situation for as long as possible. Because one of the first things I was getting, and that makes so much sense, bro, because this Page of Swords also is speaking of some sort of energy that's coming in, thinking they, like almost weaseling their way into this situation. Page of Swords. It's not somebody that's coming in with full knowledge or full experience or something like that. I just feel like it's somebody that's trying to jump on the bandwagon, which I feel like ultimately is going to hurt you in the end. You need to keep the faith and not sell out. The Page of Swords and Page of Pentacles is representing some sort of minor financial monetary gain that you can get in the short term when you're refusing or not seeing clearly the long-term element to this. Knight of Wands to the Star. And ultimately, something is going to happen with this tower energy. You have the Page of Swords, somebody coming in, trying to spit some game, trying to sound smooth, trying to wine and dine, trying to make the sales pitch. And then you have disaster, the tower, which ultimately is going to circle you back around to following through with ultimately you needed to follow through or wanted to follow through with to begin with. Hold on to this for as long as you can. And Spirit is not really trying to be proprietal, but this is not someone else's to gain off of just yet. This is yours. And I'm trying not to put too much of my own personal energies into this because I'm one of those people that, like, as a singer-songwriter, I wanted as much of my rights, as much ownership to the music, to the production, to whatnot, whatever, to the performance as I could. So I guess I am the right person to read this energy for you because I come from somewhat of an understanding of the music industry. And it kind of feels like signing like a 360 deal when you don't even realize that a 360 deal is one of the absolute hardest things to ever make money off of. Because in a 360 deal, now the record label has full ownership of literally everything you do until you pay your advance back. Now I understand you're talking about getting into partnership, co-ownership, but I don't like that. I don't like that for your situation. Okay? I don't. At least not yet. Is what I'm feeling, is what I'm saying, is what I'm hearing. Okay? That's what I've got for you. I hope that was helpful. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're absolutely 100% welcome. All right, Barbie. Excellent. Right, Michelle? Can you, like, I was even just thinking about that again, like a 360 deal. It's called, oh, okay, we've got Barbie and then we've got someone else on the list. It's called a 360 deal because they have a full radius. It's not like they just can claim ownership to like one section of you being an artist, right? And this really benefits a record label when you blow up and now all of a sudden, you know, your music is doing really well, you're charting, you're at the top of the charts, you know, you're at least top 40, you're being asked to perform all these places, like you're a hit. And now you're getting all kinds of endorsements and appearances, cameos, this, that, and the third. Well, if you signed a 360 deal, everything outside of just the music aspect, everything that comes in because of you being an artist, they now get a part of that money. And they justify it because, and this makes, from a business point of view, this makes perfect sense. But they can justify it because if it weren't for the music that they helped you put out, produce and put out, release, if it weren't for that, you wouldn't have all these other deals you've got now. Sí, yo estoy trabajando. I'm working. I'll be done soon. Are you doing? ¿Tú vas?
Yeah,
Are you leaving?
for my song.
Ajá.
My song coming.
Okay.
Pero you can money?
Sí, pero yo estoy trabajando.
What time?
I don't know, 20, 30 minutes? Can I give it to you tomorrow? Will you be home tomorrow? Mañana? I'll be right back, you guys.
Yo, 11. 11 pounds por Andrés. Great.
Have a good night. Have fun. Be safe. Drive safely. I'll see you later. Okay. Have fun. Sorry, guys. That was my landlord. I had to pay my rent. What were we even talking about? I don't even remember. Then follow that. Follow that. Charisma. If you feel like you get to California, everything will be revealed, then just follow that. Trust your higher self. There is deep wisdom coursing through you, okay? You need to trust that. You need to honor it. You need to own it. Okay. Okay, so I've got Barbie next, and then we've got Yanira, yeah? All right. Okay. All right, Barbie. So, your question is, all right, so you're asking what's in the shadows for you. And to be honest with you, I want to use the Dark Mirror Oracle for that. Can we look at that and then and then we'll pull tarot to look deeper? So what is causing you to clam up? What's keeping you from starting up and explaining Reiki the way that you want to? Okay. What you have that's come out here is blinded to the pain. Okay. What I'm getting with this for you, Barbie, is that one of the things that I experienced a lot in life was trying to line up with or identify with or get in alignment, we should say, with the spiritual path and the spiritual journey. And of course that started with me reading books as a little kid, and you know, as time went on, as I grew up, learning different principles, different practices, different disciplines and all that stuff. But never really being able to identify with it because I never really fit that mold. And it wasn't until I became confident enough to look at the world and say, fuck that and fuck you, that's not who I am. And it doesn't make me any less spiritual. It doesn't make me any less wise because I don't practice the same thing that yogi over there practices. That I don't follow in the exact footsteps of Buddha and all of that, right? And actually, to be quite honest with you, the Reiki situation is something that I've felt a lot of contention surrounding. Because I have always felt like Reiki running through my hands. But there is a sense of elitism. Hey, Carolyn, there's a sense of elitism that comes through with Reiki. And a lot of that has to do with the fact that you need to get certain attunements. And I understand that, but at the same time, part of me felt like that was a class thing. It was more about being accepted by under certain standards rather than just being naturally talented at something. And that's something that kept me away from that environment. And I feel like that's what's keeping you away from communicating about it in the way that you feel is authentic to you. And thus we have blinded to the pain. Because by not being our full and true and authentic selves, we are basically binding ourselves and giving ourselves these little razor cuts, these little paper cuts, that then the vultures feed off of the nutrients that come out of those paper cuts, which are what? Our own very blood, our life force. So what is this speaking to then, Barbie? Societal conditioning. This is why you're having that trouble. And it's so funny that it's the Reiki situation, because that one, I don't know why. I couldn't really tell you why. But that one, that situation specifically feels like one of the most manipulated and elitist sectors of all of energy healing. I don't know why. That's my personal opinion. That's how I feel about it at the deepest depths of my core, of the core of my being. Let's get some tarot with this. Yes? What does the tarot have to say for you about this? I hope this is making sense for you. You are crying. Hold on. Yeah. Exactly, Michelle. Michelle says she always saw it as selling a ritual rather than teaching how to feel the energy. Yes. Yes. Barbie, you're saying you've definitely held back because you don't identify with a popular Reiki culture, which steers you very far away from the pure source of its origins. Yes. Okay, we're all on the same We're all on the same wavelength. Because its core, Reiki doesn't promote any of that. That's right. Because at its core, Reiki is available to everyone. It's written into human DNA. And yes, there are certain symbols and certain things to work with that help you activate the energy. But it has become an elite situation that is more a way to discriminate and make money and to promote classism than it is to help people access the healing energy that is literally written into our DNA, kids. Okay? What you have clarifying this card here is the Five of Cups to the Empress. You are crying over the fact that you don't line up with how the mainstream core of this situation requires you to line up to get some sort of approval from them. That's the Five of Cups. But the Empress, yes, but the Empress is saying to you, baby, darling, you have everything that you need. You don't have to worry about this. You are whole and complete in and of yourself. The divine loves you for exactly who you are. You were created to be exactly who you are, which means however you naturally want to express yourself within any medium is exactly what you should be doing. And you don't need to worry about all the bullies and the cool kids and the popular crowd, the cheerleaders and the football players. You don't have to worry about them. Because what Spirit is saying is because they peaked. Or the reason why they play that game is because they have a low sense of self-worth. Their sense of self-worth and value comes from how other people perceive them, how they are accepted by the community, how they are accepted by the media even. Classism. You don't need that. They tell you you can't sit with them. Bitch, you don't need to sit with them. You can sit on your own and be just as successful, just as abundant, just as loved. Fuck them. Not fuck them. We love them too, but honestly, they're acting from a lower vibrational point of view. Screw them. And get back to what's truly you. That's where your abundance lies. Ten of Cups is at the bottom of the deck to the Seven of Wands to the Knight of Cups. You better defend how your heart is calling you forward, okay? Okay. That's what I have for you. Yep. Okay. Last but not least, we have Yanira. You're welcome. And then that's the last one I'm going to take for today because we're reaching 7 o'clock and I'm hungry and I'm getting tired. It's time for me to go to bed soon. Let's see. But, Yanira, you are next. Yeah. All right. A love check-in for you, of course, boo. I'm actually wanting to go. Oh, okay. Well, what Spirit just said, Yanira, is why don't you use the Romance Angels deck? Oh shit. Oh shoot. Okay. Well, we're gonna start with that. We're gonna start with the Romance Angels. We're gonna get you a love check-in real quick. We're gonna start with the Romance Angels, and then we're gonna get some tarot. Word. Oh shoot. Okay. Six of Swords. Okay, that's your starting overall energy to the Hierophant. So, in terms of the love check-in for you, Yanira, you're moving on from 5555 55 on the counter, bitch. Okay? You are leaving some sort of established energy behind. Conventional love relationships. You're leaving that, or at least it is necessary for you to leave that energy behind. Step off this karmic hamster wheel, Yanira, because it is toxic. It is time to re-identify yourself. Okay. That's a good start. Let's move to the Romance Angels deck. Excuse me. 3 shuffles, that's 1. This is 2. And this is 3. Okay. So, love check-in for you. What do you need to know in terms of moving forward here? Hi, Melissa. So you have separation at the bottom of the deck. But what this separation is talking about has been a period of isolation. Underneath separation, you do have release your ex. I don't know if this is tied to a specific person. Unfortunately, Melissa, I have closed the floor because it's time for me to get to bed soon. Sorry. I generally only do these live streams for about 2 hours or so. Sorry about that. Maybe next week. Yes? All right, Yanira, back to you. You've been in separation for a while, and then they release your ex. I don't know if it's directly connected to one person or if it's connected to multiple individuals. No, it's okay. I'm sorry. Okay, anyway. But you need to let that go because it's time for you to come out of this period of separation. Okay? And Spirit is asking you to let them help you. You have let your friends help you here, but this may not necessarily, okay, well, it is your physical friends in some certain circumstances. When it comes down to it, this really feels like your guides, like your angels, like the universe. Let the universe help you here, okay? There's a lot that you've been healing in terms of your inner child, and that's directly connected to this establishment energies. There's situations that you dealt with from the past that have helped you to align with the common way that society aligns with love. And that's not what you're meant to be aligned with any longer. That's what you're moving away from right now. That's what your steps, the karmic hamster wheel and the toxicity and codependency that you're letting go of. You're ready to release this, okay? And then finally you have it safe for you to love. Is this making sense so far? I hope so. I want to look at, okay, good. I want to look at let your friends help you, which is really just talking about letting the universe help you, okay? So what's this let your friends help you for Yanira? What is let your friends help you? How are you trying to help Yanira, universe? 2 of Wands, 8 of Swords, Strength. How are you trying to help Yanira, universe? Three of Pentacles. What the universe is saying... Hi, Tamika! What the universe is saying to you is, Yanira, you need to trust us and you need to have faith in yourself because you've been doing a lot of work lately on building yourself. Okay? And you're refusing to allow yourself to accept the fact that it may be time for you to start getting out there. Start accepting. You're still kind of in a little bit of this mindset, 8 of Swords. Your ego is kind of keeping you there. It's tripping you out a little bit because the universe is coming at you with this High Priestess energy like, I see what's next for you. You're going to have to trust me. You're going to have to let go and move forward. And you're going to have to just be patient and trust us. Because it's ready for you to, it's time for you to receive. It's time for you to start receiving because you've done an adequate amount of work. Let yourself receive, Yanira, is what I just heard. You're ready. It's time. It's time. Let us help you. Tame the ego a little bit because the ego is acting as a defense mechanism. Yes, this is very true. The ego is acting as a defense mechanism. Okay? But you have to remind your ego that where it's coming from is the old programming. And you've sufficiently moved forward from that. Six of Swords. Okay? That's what I've got for you. I hope that was helpful. Good. You're welcome. All right, kids. I'm going to leave it there. Thank you all so very much for tuning in. I love you all so very much. I hope you have a fantastic evening. And I look forward to connecting with you again for our next reading, which most likely will be morning coffee tomorrow morning. Yeah. Definitely to make sure to keep an eye out tonight because I will have this reposted with timestamps for the collective reading so that you guys can check back into that later if you would like to. Yes? Excellent. But with that said, I love you all so very much. I hope you have a fantastic evening, a fantastic night, a fantastic day, whatever you're watching this. And I look forward to connecting with you again very, very soon. Yeah? Excellent. Take care. Mwah! Bye.